Epiphany teenagers, how are you all doing? I hope you're doing well. I got my anti-lock-in t-shirt because a couple weeks ago, the one thing that scared me the most was staying up all night with lots of junior hires. But now I'm in a situation where I'd probably give anything to be able to have that experience. I know that it's different times we're living in right now. We're going to talk about that today. But first of all, I got an announcement. For any of you confirmands, I want you to be aware of the fact that the lesson, for the second lesson about the church, is online. You can get that. I also emailed all of you. The quiz number 5 needs to be downloaded, printed out, and taken. And also the paperwork for the lesson was emailed to you also. So print that out and watch the lesson on YouTube. You should have had the video sent to you, but if you have a hard time finding it, just go to YouTube and look up Scott Russ, and you'll find all my videos there. All right, so I want to talk to you guys today about structured versus unstructured time. I know for me, I lived in a time where just like many of you in high school, I was very busy. I was constantly busy, whether it was schoolwork or class, play practice, sports practice, youth group, all of that. And so I had a lot of structured time that kept me busy. And it wasn't until I got into college where I had a lot of unstructured time that I got myself into trouble. And so I want to ask you guys, how are you managing your time? Because there's going to be a lot of temptation during this quarantine to experiment, maybe do things that you wouldn't have done had it been a normal school week or whatever. So I want to just caution you. I want to caution you to be careful. Be careful of the temptation to make some poor choices or decisions that could significantly have ripple effects in your life. So with that, I want to encourage you that there are people provided structure for you, like coaches and teachers and directors, but that's not in place now. That's not in place. And so for a period of time, you may need to discipline yourself, to provide some structure for yourself. So I encourage you to work with your parents to develop a schedule that works for you. I would encourage you not just to play video games all day, but maybe give yourself a time limit. Give yourself a time limit to sit down and read a book, or if you're going to watch something on TV. But try and structure your time in such a way. And I know for some of you, you're still doing classes and online and all that, and that's good. But do whatever you can to find structure to your life. I know for me, it's difficult because I'm used to meeting with you guys. I miss you. I love you. And you guys are a big inspiration to my spiritual life. And it's just weird not being able to meet with you and do things and go to sports events and play, the plays that are coming up and stuff like that. I mean, it's bizarre, but I'm finding for myself that I need to keep myself busy and structure my time, whether that's on a beautiful day like today, getting outside and running, trying to develop an exercise program that obviously doesn't involve Planet Fitness, but do some stuff here at home, and also trying to help out. I would say really do whatever you can to help out around the house and serve. I mean, everything I've ever taught you on mission trips or anything like that, now's the opportunity to put that into practice. So I just want to read to you 1 Thessalonians 5, 14 to 18. It says here, "And we urge you, brothers," and this is Paul writing to the Thessaloniki church, "we urge you, brothers, warn those who are idle, encourage the timid, help the weak, be patient with everyone. Make sure that nobody pays back wrong for wrong, but always try to be kind to each other and to everyone else. Be joyful always, pray continually, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus." All right, so a couple things I want to point out here in this passage is the first thing that Paul is hitting hard here is to not be lazy. He says here, we urge you to warn those who are idle. And so Paul even knows that to have work, to have something to do gives us value. And so to be lazy or idle can have a toll on us, where we start making poor decisions and doing some things that we shouldn't be doing, or just being lazy overall. I would encourage you, work with your parents, work with your family to see what are things that you can do around the house. What are things that you can do to stay active and contribute to the life of your family. And then also he tells us to encourage those who are scared. I don't know about your family, but I've got some family members that are genuinely scared and worried about what's going on, and especially my older parents and my in-laws. And so we check in with them and make sure they're doing okay, making sure they're staying inside, and making sure that we're in conversation with them so that they're not, going nuts during this quarantine. And then also, he says for us to help those who are weak. And we've set up an opportunity at the church where there's a lot of people in our community that just need help. And so if you want to donate items, you can go to yesterday's video at the very end. It had a whole list of stuff that you can bring to the church as donations, and we will make sure that they get to the appropriate ministries. And Kathy will be speaking to that at on the message this weekend. And then also, and this is a great reminder that Paul reminds us of, be patient with everyone. It's so easy for us to get on each other's nerves when we're struggling with cabin fever and feeling locked up or cooped up. But we need to be patient with each other. And then also he tells us to do good. Do good. Find good things to do. Don't wait to be asked 5 or 6 times, but be good and do good things. Find ways to do good things. And then he also encourages us to pray. And so we ought to be in prayer for this. I'll tell you one thing that I'm doing that's very interesting is that World Vision sends out prayer prompts every day concerning this whole coronavirus thing that we're all going through. And so that's a great way. If you go to World Vision online, I'm sure you can sign up for the prayer prompts, but that's been helping me out. And then also I want to just wrap up things here by saying, to remind you that if you've got any questions about anything, text me or email me, and we'll see that that gets featured in one of our videos. And if you want to be interviewed like you've seen in previous videos, give me a text message or shoot me an email, and we'll get you scheduled for that. And then also, I think that, as we're making this up as we go along, we are going to have small groups digitally. So I will provide a video with a new theme that we're going to be launching. And so every Sunday night there will be a video that will capture what we're talking about for small groups. And then if your small group wants to do a Zoom call, I'll provide questions for you guys to have a discussion. And that's a possibility. And then also I'm thinking of the possibility of what would it look like to do Zoom calls throughout the week, just to check in with, and I'm thinking like limiting it to about 6 people at a time. So I was thinking like maybe doing like a Sign Up Genius where you can sign up and we'll do a Zoom call. And I'll tell you what, if you want to do it in a group with 6 people and we can chat and just catch up with each other and see how we're all doing, I'd love to do that. But if you need to talk, if you need some counsel, if you need some prayer, and you just want to have a one-on-one conversation with me, please let me know that, and we can set that up too. So I'm available. I'm up at the church every day from 9 to 3, Monday through Thursday, if you want to drop off donations, if you want to be interviewed, if you've got questions to ask, or if you just need to talk, please let me know, and I'll make myself available, whether it's digitally through Zoom or if we shoot a video or something up at the church. So I love you guys. Take good care of yourselves, and be safe, and most of all, be good. Be good. Make good decisions. Don't make the bad choices that I've made in my past, but make good decisions during this time where we seem to have a lot of time on our hands. I love you guys. Take care.